A winter storm train is coming, bringing the return of brutal winter conditions with tons of snow in some regions, while also introducing a round of severe weather capable of producing damaging winds and tornadoes to others. The first concern is a winter storm currently impacting the United States, with major problems stretching from the Midwest to the Northeast. The highest snowfall totals from this event could surpass 3 feet near the north shore of Minnesota, and a widespread swath of at least 3 inches of snow is expected all the way to the East Coast. But what follows this will be even more concerning. An even larger storm is set to move through the country Thursday into Saturday. This storm will not only bring up to a foot of snow to places like Wisconsin and Michigan, but will also introduce a risk of severe weather across the Midwest and Ohio Valley, where damaging winds and tornadoes are possible. Even after these two storms move through, the pattern refuses to quiet down. A swift return to winter conditions is expected across much of the country this weekend, as a fast-moving Arctic blast will deliver a potential flash freeze to areas that had already begun to feel like spring. Additionally, a major northeast winter storm is possible this weekend. So in today's forecast, I'm going to break down exactly what you need to know about this winter storm train that is coming to the United States. Now, we have a lot to talk about in today's forecast, and I want to begin with these large storms that will be impacting the United States, and one of the most notable ones is going to be happening tomorrow, as we are expecting a mix of severe weather and heavy snowfall. I want to begin by touching on that severe weather threat for tomorrow, which is Thursday. The Storm Prediction Center has issued a slight risk of severe weather, which includes parts of Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, and Ohio. So if you're in Cincinnati, Indianapolis, or Louisville, you need to be staying weather aware and very vigilant on Thursday, as we have a possibility of damaging winds, large hail, and even the risk of a few tornadoes. In fact, there is a 5% tornado risk in place across parts of Indiana, Illinois, and Ohio, where there will be a possibility of a few tornadoes during the afternoon and into the early evening hours. So make sure that you are going over your tornado action plan today. That way you are ready if there is a tornado warning in your location tomorrow. Now let's talk more about the timing of all of these different storms, and we'll go more in detail about the timing of severe weather as well in just a moment. Let's begin with what is happening today. We have a large winter storm that is currently hammering the northern plains in the upper Midwest. The heaviest of that snowfall is happening in northern Wisconsin and northern Minnesota this morning, where we are anticipating upwards of 1 to 2 feet of snow in some locations. Also along the West Coast and the Rockies, we have yet again another storm system that is making its way over the Rockies, and this is going to bring our severe weather threat on Thursday and even bring more snowfall to parts of the Midwest, and this one's going to be a bit further down to the south, so areas further south could see some snowfall on Thursday. So once we go to Wednesday afternoon and evening, this storm system across the upper Midwest and the Northeast is going to begin to weaken. With that said, we are expecting a little bit of light snowfall across parts of New England and also New York late tonight, and then also into early tomorrow. Light snow will persist across the upper Midwest. Snow will continue across the Rockies, and then once we go into Thursday morning, we're going to be watching for a brand new storm system forming across the Central Plains. This one will not be nearly as intense when it comes to pressure. With that said, it will bring a risk of both severe weather on the east side of it, and then also some moderate to heavy snowfall, which should be primarily from Nebraska back into Wisconsin, Minnesota, and even Iowa. So Thursday afternoon, this storm system will continue to move toward Chicago. We'll be watching for severe storms during the afternoon hours across Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, back into the Tennessee Valley, and then snowfall will start to increase in coverage by late Thursday night into early Friday, and that is when we're expecting a much heavier band of snow to develop across Wisconsin. So areas like Wausau, back over towards Minneapolis, this is where we could see some heavier bands of snowfall set up during the morning hours on Friday. Showers and storms will continue all up and down the east coast of the United States, and then yet again, another storm system is going to make its way over the Rockies early Friday. But this storm system is likely going to struggle a bit more since there will not be nearly as much moisture, and it's not likely going to survive all the sinking air across the Central Plains. We're going to have also an Arctic air mass that's going to try to spill out of Canada at the same time. So there's going to be a lot of things happening at once. This storm system may not survive, but it could bring some light snow showers to parts of Kansas, maybe Oklahoma and northern Arkansas during the early day on Saturday. Storm